Morning, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well and you must have read your chapter 4, Weather and Climate. So this is my last video for the explanation of chapter 4. In the previous chapters, students, we have studied about the factors which affect the climate, and in this particular session we are going to read about the climatic or heat zone. As I have already told you that our earth has been divided into three climatic or heat zone, and these climatic or heat zones are depending on the basis of the sunlight each part of the earth receives. Like we know that earth receives direct sun rays at the equator and slanting sun rays at the north pole, very less heat of the sun reaches at the poles because earth is spherical in shape. So we have three heat zones. First one is a torrid zone, that is at the equator, the area in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere near the equator is known as the torrid zone, and the area between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle is known as the temperate zone, and the zone of the earth near the pole is known as the frigid zone. Now, north temperate zone means the zone of the earth, the part of the earth which is located between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and south temperate zone means the part of the earth located between Tropic of Cancer and Antarctic Circle. We have already done in chapter 2 5 important parallels, and all these are parallels: equator, Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle, then Tropic of Capricorn and Arctic Circle, North Pole, South Pole are the important parallels. So now we are going to study about the climate which is there at the poles. Now first of all we come to the torrid zone. As torrid zone lies on the both sides of the equator, that means between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, so the climate here is hot. Climate is hot because it receives direct light of the sun. Now because the climate is hot, it can evaporate a good amount of water, so it receives a very good amount of rainfall. That is why the climate is humid here also. The sun shines brightly because it receives direct light of the sun. Temperature is always high because again the same reason that it receives very good amount of sunlight. It receives very good amount of sunlight, that is why it rains heavily here. So when it is good amount of light, good amount of rain, that means the forests are very thick and dense. And students, I tell you nothing to cram here. Just read the chapter, understand the diagram, and you will understand the chapter very easily. These forests are rainforests because a lot of rain is there. Second comes the temperate zone. Temperate zone is the area, as I have shown you in the diagram, between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. Now, because the sun rays have to travel a distance to fall on it, so it does not get direct sun rays, so the area here is not very hot and not very cold. That means the climate is moderate. Sun never shines overhead. Overhead means, students, that it does not receive direct sunlight. When no direct sunlight is there, that means not much rain is there. That is why this area is having grasslands. Instead of forest, it is having grasslands. Third, we come to the frigid zone. Frigid zone is the part of the earth near North Pole and South Pole. So that means between Arctic Circle and North Pole, and between Antarctic Circle and South Pole. As this particular part of the earth is situated near the pole, so we can very well understand that extreme cold is there. Sun rays are slanting and very less heat reaches at the poles. Summers are very short, again sunlight is very less, and winters are very long and severe. Every day 24/7 it is having ice. The seas and lands remain frozen throughout the year. This land is famous for its midnight sun. Midnight sun means the sun will not set for 6 months, and the sun does not set for 6 months. Once the sun is there, throughout 6 months it will experience day, and throughout 6 months it will experience night, because this age zone is freeze zone. Through ice is there available here, so very less vegetation is found here. So children, this is the explanation. Now we come to the back exercise of the chapter. Dash rays of the sun lose most of their heat. I think we have already done slanting rays of the sun. Places with cold climate experience snowfall. Places near the equator receive the direct rays of the sun. Rays have their source in the winds. And now I'm sending you question answers, also sending you PDF for the question answers that will be attached with this. Okay, bye students.